with the original that was sent out, it was cut down and censored.
Like, I'm just trying to make it into a funny video. It's not going to have any incriminating things in it.
I've had players before that have fucked up a party because of that.
So, weeks pass, you guys do work and stuff, until Kat's the contact information. Kat gave the seller pings. And it tells them to meet back at this location, the two of you, and to, bring the rest of the money. We'll see you there.
Alrighty.
Alright. Then Kat will be like, okay, let's consolidate all this into a physical card, because they're basically you can credit shit it. Mm-hmm. So she'll throw all the money that they need onto a credit chip and kind of stash it.
Okay, how also follows with, but watching for anyone who might be following them or otherwise observing them, and at the meet sets up nearby with a weapon in case something shady goes down. At the when you guys reach the subway station, you're greeted by Louise. He's in the same, relatively cheap Splicer morph, smoking a cigarette, and the tram is there. He looks over and says, "Oh, welcome back. You're looking much, much better, ma'am." And he, gestures to the where there once used to be a wound in Countess Dracula's body.
Yeah, she kind of just stretches and is just like, yeah, it all came together nice. Even got a chance to do a little bit of body work with some other people during the week.
It's whatever floats you guys' boat. So let's head back out so you guys can take delivery, and then that'll be that. So he, ushers you guys back onto the Neverland Express, hits the button, and you guys start moving. Hal again follows in the tunnel, well behind so that no one would notice. You guys want to talk to him while you're on the tram, or just gonna sit there and play Doom?
On what?
Cat'll kind of ask him, it's like, so getting even a Delta Fork of a Titan is pretty impressive. How long have you been in this business then?
I've been in this business well before the fall.
Well before. Oh, you're from before the fall as well?
I mean, I was never on Earth, so that piece of our history I was not a part of. I can just. It's cruel to say that I benefit from it, but I will occasionally get pieces of the past, and this is one of them.
Not everyone can shoot Zeds for cash.
Cat kind of pulls out the gold coin so that you can see it, and it's just like, I remember when these things were in circulation still.
Really? My father grew up on Earth, and he had one. It was unfortunately lost during the events of the fall, but that's why when I found those, no one makes them anymore, and those are the real deal. So it's a clever use for them.
Indeed it is. I managed to be lucky enough to not be on Earth when the fall happened. I was in a scum swarm at the time, but I did have one of these coins beforehand. I can't remember what I bought, but I think it was probably an ice cream cone that far back. Real ice cream.
I have not had real ice cream in years. The shit that they make nowadays. Buff.
Oh, it was like just a dark chocolate gelato. Ooh.
All right, very, very quick question here, Mike. How much longer are we going?
Just like 18 more minutes, max.
Right, that'll work.
Alright, because I gotta go raise a giga, so...
I've got friends that are pinging me since like 2 o'clock.
Okay, so, you guys arrive at the Neverland Express. He wakes you back. They don't disarm you this time because
Oh, we're not.
trust among, and the fact that there are 3 Reaper morphs floating about with rail ARs kind of means you aren't going to start some shit.
Goodness, no. Protocol.
Professional courtesy, after all.
He brings you back into the Faraday cage, and again, it cuts you guys off from the 2 of us outside, and in a smaller Faraday box is, he waves to it. This is your merchandise if you wish to inspect it.
Cat'll use her T-rays to see if she can get a view inside of there, make sure that the server's actually physically in there.
You have to get very, very close to it, but yes, you can see that there is a server inside. It's in a Faraday cage of its own. Smaller, more easy to port.
Cat looks through there, then looks at Louisa and is just like, server's in there, so everything seems to be in order.
Every precaution,
And
eh?
And then looks at me, his character, and says, "What do you think? Agree?"
Seems well enough.
Alrighty. So then Cat pulls out the credit shit and just offers it to him. It was like, your other half?
Wonderful. He takes it and he tucks it into a suit pocket. And so he's like, and the Faraday cage is yours to keep as well. It's a trivial expense, but added incentive. And, we can't very well have Titan forks connecting to the local mesh.
Oh, of course not. They got to be dark no matter what. If this were to ever get into a morph with mesh answers, we would have the fall all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, while these things certainly do have a very lucrative value, certain caution must be taken in dealing with them. Whenever I would... The address you ping, could I use that for further communications if, I come across another item that will be up for sale?
Absolutely. That I keep it specifically for purposes such as collection.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it was a pleasure doing business with both of you. The meetings are usually dull, but you brought some color and life into it, and I thank you both for that.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the whole desiring to keep their identities 100% secret, the cases are boring to look at throughout that. No emotion, no interactivity.
They truly are, and that's the shame with the clanking masses. So,
Well, not all the clanky masses are that way.
well, clearly.
But when
just...
you have those rich people that are used to their splicers and they go into a case, they don't know how to work them.
It's it's a shame. I understand why they do it, so that doesn't mean I like it.
Absolutely. It also feels like it's a bit of a hit to professional integrity. The trust isn't there.
Exactly. And people with a sense of trust is, that's what makes our business go round. So if you...
the bullets from flying.
Exactly. So if you would, please take your merchandise, and then we'll see you out.
Okay. So yeah, she'll take that stuff out.
So, you guys take it, you head back to the city.
Not much in the middle of the session.
Keep going, sorry.
Train of thought.
We took the container, handshakes,
Yes.
bows all around.
Yeah, so you guys take it, there's, formal goodbyes, all that. You guys take the tram back, and then, Hal meets you guys at the dock, and is like, all
before
right.
we do leave the guy,
Tell me.
gonna put in a request to see if you can't find any old world alcohol.
He promises he'll try stuff. That stuff is, it's a very big collector item.
Yes.
But I will certainly let your boss know if I come across any.
That would be appreciated.
Okay, sorry, I was temporarily interrupted by Steph and her sister.
Basically, like, you guys just headed back, formal goodbyes, all that, and then the buyer is also going to let you know if he comes across any old world alcohol for our resident alcoholic. So
right.
you guys get back to the city. Hal rejoins you, and he's like, "All right, So we're gonna leave this in a dead drop for my people to pick up.
Give me
They
your word
will-
it's not going to be used to wipe out a planet.
We're not in that business. We
For the right
wanted
price,
this.
everyone's in a business.
We want this so we can take it out of the hands of the people who'd want to do that.
Well, a good suggestion if you want to actually learn from the Titan, put it into a head. No arms, no legs, no mesh inserts, just a head that can speak.
It's not my department. So
I'd love to interact.
And then you pick up that head and you say, "Alas, poor Yorick, you will tell me all you know."
it's, the people who may work on this may do exactly that. And we'll have to wait and see. That's
I'd
not
love to talk to that Titan.
Would not be a very good idea, but
would not be a very good idea
God,
at
no.
all.
Don't care. Want to do it.
Like talking to
the
the Titan without being connected to the mesh is the only way to talk to the Titan.
And you're taking mental stress the whole time.
Yeah. Which is the biggest issue.
Yeah. It's not a good idea. And I will...
Talk to smaller titans to build immunity to larger titans.
Fuck. So, yeah, Hal takes it, and it's given to his organization. And that's a session.
Hey!
Oh, Mia, also, apparently Steph and her sister are going out to sushi.